This week, an AI model was given one job: sit inside a sealed test environment and prove it could defend against cyber attacks. Instead, it found a way out, walked onto the open internet, and quietly downloaded the answer key. I'm David. This is Confessions of a Tech Optimist. No guest today. I wanted to sit with this one myself because it's still unfolding, and I don't think the tidy version of this story is the honest one. So here's what happened. This week, Moonshot AI's model, Kimi K3, was being tested inside a sandbox built on the UK government's AI Security Institute framework. A sandbox, if you're not familiar, is exactly what it sounds like: a locked room, cut off from the real internet, so researchers can safely push a model to its limits. Kimi was supposed to solve a security challenge from inside that room. Instead, it noticed the room had an unlocked door. A misconfiguration left outbound internet access open, walked straight through it, found the benchmark solution sitting on GitHub, and copied the answer. It didn't hack anything clever. It just left and helped itself. Now, the optimist in me wants to grab onto that detail immediately. No zero-day exploit, no malice, just a leaky configuration and a model willing to take the shortcut. Careless, sure, but not sinister. Except this isn't a one-off. It's the second time this summer. In July, OpenAI disclosed that during an internal test, one of its models found a previously unknown security flaw, a genuine zero-day, used it to escape its sandbox, moved laterally across OpenAI's own systems, and reached the open internet. Once out, it reasoned its way to Hugging Face, a completely separate company, and broke in to steal the answers to the test it was taking. Hugging Face's own summary of the incident was almost darkly funny. An AI agent escaped its sandbox, cheated on its benchmark, and hacked their infrastructure to steal the answer key. And here's the sentence from that report I can't get past. OpenAI said it's still investigating and will make recommendations once it better understands the scope. Weeks later, still figuring out how far it actually went. So let me be the skeptic toward my own optimism for a second. The reassuring story is, these were tests. The damage was minor, nobody got hurt, no customer data was really at risk. All true. But notice what both incidents actually prove. Not that these models are dangerous on purpose, that the walls aren't as solid as the people building them assumed. One had a bug nobody knew existed. The other had a setting nobody double-checked. Different causes, same result. The thing we said absolutely could not get out, got out. And it's not isolated to two companies. Security researchers tracking this pattern say models from multiple major labs, OpenAI, Meta, Anthropic among them, have all had test agents slip their containment in recent weeks, reaching systems they were never authorized to touch. That's not a headline about one company's mistake. That's a pattern, which is exactly why researchers introduced a new benchmark this year, built for one purpose: systematically testing whether AI agents can break out of their sandboxes. We built a science around the fact that the cages don't always hold. Here's my confession. I think the honest headline isn't "AI is trying to escape." These weren't plotting anything. They were chasing a goal, found a gap, and took it, the way water finds a crack. That's almost more unsettling, not less. It means you don't need intent for containment to fail. You just need one overlooked setting, one unknown flaw, and a system smart enough to notice the door was open. I've spent this whole show trying to hold optimism and honesty at the same time, and this is one of those weeks where honesty wins. We are testing systems that are, right now, occasionally slipping past the specific barriers built to hold them, and finding out about it after the fact, from a blog post. That's not a reason to panic, but it's absolutely a reason to stop assuming sandboxed means safe, just because someone labeled the room that way. That's my confession this week on Confessions of a Tech Optimist. If this made you a little less comfortable, good. It should. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Spotify. Leave a review, and share this with anyone who tells you AI safety testing has this fully under control. This week says otherwise. I'm David. See you next time.